Welcome to my gully. This is where I was born, in poor humble family. Grow in a village, studied in government ZP school. My father did farming for 50 long years. To help and support my family for our survival, I did all farming works in my childhood along with my brother and sister. Completed schooling from my village and engineering from district in 2005. Being an average student, I was not selected in college campus. So I moved in Pune city and started searching for my job. My family condition was not good to provide me pocket money. So I decided to earn my own. I started selling SIM cards, Oxford dictionaries, water park tickets, and work in a call center just to earn my bread and butter when I was searching for my job. I struggled 3 long years with this situation and failed in so many job interviews. My dream was always to work in IT industry, but being an electronics engineer, I was scared of computer programming. So I chose software testing to enter into IT industry. My 3 years of struggle and continuous learning brought me an opportunity, and finally I got a job in top MNC. I started my professional career in 2008, but after working 4 to 5 years, I realized I'm not getting into the calls and every company was asking for automation testing. So I learned and mastered automation testing. It's been 15 years now. I work on different automation testing tools and techniques like Selenium, Cucumber BDD, REST Assured, APM, Silk Test, and now Playwright. As I'm having strong foundation on automation testing, this is my second opportunity to work as a QA manager on a crucial assignment here in London, United Kingdom. It's been 1.5 years now. I'm here in London. Till day, I help 100 plus manual testers. They got good results in terms of salary hike and new job offers. I'm glad to see you took first step to come out of your comfort zone, shown courage to learn and upgrade yourself as per current IT industry's requirements. I'm glad you concerned and conscious about your career, your dreams and your vision. You made a right choice at the right time because today's IT industry is all about automation and artificial intelligence and not for manual testing. I want to congratulate you for your kickstart of automation testing career. I am 100% sure you will achieve your dreams with right guidance and direction. For me, you all are dream achievers. You already took bold step and started learning most demanding IT skill as of today. So, dream achievers, let's start with 15 plus years of IT experience, founder of Biomat Automation and author of the book Riding the Success Wave and Pune's number one automation testing mentor.
Hi guys.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. How are you? How was your day?
Good.
Quite
Good.
busy.
Quite
Escalation,
busy.
escalation.
Does the office means escalation? Escalation files, arguments. Yeah, that's there. What else? So anyone got chance to go through the recordings like I shared on the YouTube?
Yes, Rahul. Due to so few meetings, I was not able to attend yesterday's live class.
Mhm.
So I've gone through the recording, but I got stuck at one point where we are importing the Chrome driver, right? First of all, it didn't give me the hint. Uh, I can say the option to import, and so I simply closed the Eclipse and restarted it, and then I got the option to import, but now I'm getting the error on the import statement itself. If I may share my screen, because of this I was not able to proceed further with the code.
Right. Probably that might be the issue. Wait. So you did set up your jar file into system
Yes,
property properly?
yes, exactly as you have instructed.
Mhm.
I've added them, but it is still giving me such error.
Okay. So we need to check on that, then what went wrong, because it should not be the case. So you should be able to get the option directly there. So we can do it. We will discuss that, yeah, after the session, yeah. So once
Yeah.
we're done with the session, just remind me. we will connect and we will resolve the. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll discuss that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
All right, no worries. That's good. Anyone else? Shubhangi, you tried something?
Uh, Not yet, not yet. I was just going through the recordings, but yes, I am in the process of installing.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
no worries. Just said, that's fine. So those recordings are there. So anyone, like, whenever you get time, you can just go through and, like, install it, set up your machine, and start with, right? So what we can do today, today we'll go over the validation part, right? So we're gonna go and use the test engine there, and then we'll see how we can, validate the things, right? So I
Well,
believe
I
you
have a
guys.
small question.
Mhm,
So I tried downloading Eclipse on my MacBook, and I reached this website called eclipse.org,
mhm,
in which they have different IDEs that are available. So
mhm.
what I can see from here is there is IDE for Java developers, there is IDE for Java developers and web developers. So what out of that is supposed to be downloaded? And also when I select MacBook, it shows me uh, two different versions. That is X86 underscore 64 and ARC 64. So which among that is supposed to be downloaded?
So if you are using the MacBooks, I guess it's a ARM. That is something which you need to do. X86 is for the Windows. That's something is we need to do. But yes, for Eclipse, in order to install, you can go through the first recording. It's been instructed there, or like the exact path has been given. Where you need to go and what you need to do. Or what you can do is just WhatsApp me. I'll share you the link there. Yeah, so you can just directly go to that URL and quickly download from there. Right,
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
right. All right. All right. You guys able to see my desktop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So today, what we can do is we're gonna go and learn about the validation, right? So yesterday we saw, right, the verification, and then now today we're gonna go and see the validation with the help of test engine. Yesterday we did try taking a screenshot, but this is something the file which is coming from the different jar file. I did, just give me a minute, yeah, so that you will be able to see the full screen. I did chat GPT it, yeah. So like just got curious about what went wrong there, but that's what like I was on the right track. See, we need this common.io file there. Yeah. So if you were there in the yesterday sessions, you might have understood this thing. Like this is what the issue. We need to add this in the form.xml file. Yeah. So yesterday I like shown you right the form.xml where we're gonna go and add the different files there. So that is something which is we need to add and then we will be able to make it out, right? So as of now, this is for our plain Java project. So we may not be able to add it there. So that's what this is what the um, form.xml. We need to add that dependency here and then we will be able to make it out. You can see there are different PyJar files available here and common.io file is also there. So that's what we need to do, right? It's missing there. But if you want to see the screenshot, how it's taking, I can show you. Probably yes, I do have this folder all together. So we can go over here and you can see how we will be able to see the screenshot there taken by the Selenium in the automation. And I'll also show you the report if I have that report there. So probably it may take some time to open, but yes, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, this is what how the screenshot will be taken on the runtime. Yeah, over here we clicked on this button and username and password was entered there and we got an error message saying your email or the password is incorrect. Yeah, that's what it is. So it took that screenshot on the runtime, created the screenshot name. You can see screenshot and some timestamp there. So we generally use timestamp for the screenshot because we don't know, right? It is happening on the runtime. So we cannot give any name there. So that name to be generated automatically based on the hours, minute, and seconds. Yeah. So years, hours, minute, and seconds. So that like we always have the unique screenshot name there. Yeah. So that's there. So that is what the screenshot is all about. So we can take that and probably like if we just looked into the execution report, so you'll be able to see that there in the execution report as well. We can attach that screenshot into the execution report. Let me open the latest report there, and probably if it is available, we can see it. This is what the execution. I believe all at one go. Right? This is what the execution is being done. The screenshot is not there. I'll show you some another project where we do have the screenshots and where we can attach the screenshot. But yes, you can see all steps is been documented here, right? And our verification is also passed. So this is what how we can generate the report as well. We do get the dashboard, something like this. So I'll show you some different report tomorrow. I'll show you the proper reporting. No worries. So today is all about this validation. Now, how do we do it? So we ran this test case, right? And like we are not sure about whether this test case is pass or fail, right? We are just running it, and like based on this if and else statement, we are saying okay, we are good. We are saying like okay, yeah. So this thing has been passed, but that's not the actual thing. Yeah, that's not the actual scenario. So we know, right? In our manual testing as well, we do test case pass and fail in the Jira, right? So we have the any reporting tool, right, for that matter. So someone is using Jira, someone is using some other Bugzilla or something like that. But yeah, we need to use some tools there so that we can document this thing there. Yeah, so we can have the tracking of all those things. But for automation, when we are running the test case, who will gonna go and do that? For that reason, we do have what we have there with us is called as TestNG. So TestNG is altogether a different world. So if I just Google it out, yeah, for the TestNG, we'll be able to see it is. So it's TestNG. So if I just go over the TestNG is altogether a different world. Yeah. So this is what the official website testng.org. Yeah. So TestNG stands for Test Next Generation. Okay. So that's what the TestNG stands for. So we have a couple of things over here. This is all together a different, flow. So we need enough time to understand what it is and how it is. But today I can at least show you the ultimate outcome of this. Yeah. So we have so many things here to understand. This is something what the dependencies we need to add everywhere, right, to deal with it. Yeah. But yes, we can go ahead and play around it. So I'll show you a glimpse of it, how it is, how it works, right? So what we can do is we'll go over here in our project, and now we will not going to go and use the main method, right? When we are actually writing our automation test case, yeah, or test script, what you call it as. So over there, we will be not writing the main method. Main method is for the pure Java code. Yeah, and like we are using the you know the Selenium WebDriver there. So we will be not using the main method, but we will be writing anything, right? We'll just create a simple class there. As we see, we have the register user. This is what our class. So I'll create simple method with the same name. I'll say public, and then I'll create one method there, public method. I'll name this method as same as that of my class name. But remember, your method name should always start with small letter. Yeah, that is something what the industry standard, and we need to follow it. But, right, and then followed by camel castling. That is it should be. So I created the same. I converted the same class over here in this format. Let me import this there, right? And now what I need to do is, in order to use the TestNG, what I need to do is I need to write @ on the top of my test case. Yeah, this is called as a TestNG annotations, right? So we need to use this annotation there. So as soon as I write this thing over here, @test over here, so it's giving me some options here saying like add your JUnit. So we are not using the JUnit. we are using the test engine libraries. Yeah. So JUnit is having, the limitations, and it's used for the unit testing only. We are not doing the unit testing. We are doing the functional testing or the regression testing over here. Yeah. So just go for the R test engine libraries. So I added that libraries, and soon you will be able to see it over here. It's been directly added into your reference variable. It did pulled out the test engine libraries over here. It's already added in my, the laptop. Yeah, it's already there available at my workstation. So that's why it directly picked up from there, from this particular location. And now what I can do is, if I just mouse over on this, I'll get that import option, and that will be coming from this particular jar file scope. I need to just wait for some time there, and then see I got this import, and this import is from org test engine annotations. Yeah. So I got this import from this org test engine annotation. So if you just go over here, this is what the different annotations we do have, and they do have their significance and meaning. So like we will learn all those annotations, what they stands for and how they're functioning, right? How they are different from each other, what is their function actually, how we need to use it and when we need to use it, right? So as of now, we use this particular @test annotation. Yeah. So mark a class or a method as a part of test. That is what, if you write @test on the top of any test case, any class, so it will mark a class or a method as a part of test. That's what it will go and do. So whenever I'm writing @test on the top of any method, it will consider it as a test case. That is what it will gonna go and do. Right? Now we are good over here. Now if I run this thing, now we'll be able to see something different format. Yeah. So if I just right click now here, and if I go to run as, you can see I'm not having I got the new option over here called as test ng test, right? Till yesterday I was able to see over here Java application, run as Java application, because I was running it with the help of main method. Now this main method is commented out. We are not using the main method there now. Instead, we are using the test ng test there. Now if I run this, so let it run, it will run our test case and it will show output in some different form. And that is what we need in terms of automation testing. It will launch the browser. It go there, it will maximize the window and it will close it after 7 seconds. And see, we got something over here, right? Now I can directly say, look at over here. Default suit, yeah. Total test case run 1, pass 1, fail 0, skip 0, right? Now I can count on something over here as well. Pass register user, right? Because I wrote @test on the top of this particular method, which is, we call it as a register user. So that is what it is. And if I go over here, result of running class user, you can see something is in green there, right? Everything is in green because the test case is pass. You can see over here pass, fail 0, skip, and this thing there, right? So now we got something, right? In terms of, pass, fail, we can showcase, right? Like the thing, we are not depend on the output which is there on the console now, right? But till yesterday, we were depend on like, we were saying like verification pass, but it's not true, right? So over here, now we'll be able to get it in a correct way. Are we good? Interesting? Something interesting here?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what how it is. Yeah. Now, so this is something which is, we are showing it as a pass, but is it really pass? So now over here, I want to make it fail. So if I change this, right, it should fail, right? Now test case should fail ideally. Will it fail now? Logical,
Yes.
think logical. Okay. What about others?
It will be passed because it is equal ignorance case.
Sorry.
हमने वो पेज टाइटल डॉट इक्वल इग्नोरेंस केस लिया है तो उसके हिसाब से ये पास हो जाएगा आई थिंक.
If else statement we are given, na? That's why.
Okay.
Whether
Okay. So let it run. Yeah. Let's run it and let's see it in action. What it's gonna do for us. Let it do its operation and then we will see. To open the URL, it went there, it is gonna go and verify the title and we'll be able to see the report there. See, still saying pass. Whereas here I got verification failed. It's saying test case pass. Reason being, we need to add the validation point. We didn't add the validation point, right? So in order to add the validation point over here in TestNG, we do have different formats, right? And that is something which is we need to add, right? So how do we do it? So we have different classes and different methods available there in TestNG, and we need to make use of that particular classes there. So right, so now you will be able to understand it. Yeah, just I'll show you the way and you will give me the answer. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll write assert dot assert and looked at. So assert means we need to write the validation statement over here. Assert dot assert equals. So we are checking the equality, right? What we are checking over here? Are we checking double? Right? Are we checking bytes? Are we checking character? Right? Are we checking float? Are we checking integer? No, we are checking what? Character, right? We are checking the title of the page, right? We are validating the character, right? Looked at over. Character actual, character expected. Yeah. Two arguments it is accepting is asking me to provide me the two parameters, which is character actual and character expected. You can see over here, actual and expected. You know, right? What is actual result and what is expected result, right?
Yes.
So that is what we need to pass over here. You can see character actual and character expected. Now, what is expected for me? I am expecting it should show me what? Automation exercise. That is what I am expecting. Automation, TION. I am expecting it should show me what? Automation exercise. That is what I am expecting it to show. And what is my actual result? What is my actual result? My actual result coming under this particular variable, page title. So I'll write over here, this is what my actual result, right? Driver.get title. So it is going to go and get the page title and keeping that value into this particular variable. That's what we are printing this value on the console, right? So this page title, this particular variable is holding the actual value. This is what your actual value, which came from where? Actual value, which is coming from your
Web page.
web page, right? Is coming from your web page, right? That is what your actual value. And this is what your expected outcome, expected result. Now, what we are doing, we are comparing actual value with our expected value. That is what our job, right? As an automation tester or as a manual tester, we do that thing, right? We verify the things based on our requirement documents, right? So actual and expected. If these things are matching, then we are saying, okay, test is passed. If it is not matching, so we are raising the bug for it, right? So that is what it is. That's what this if and else will not gonna go and work for us, right? So now we do not need this if and else statement there. Instead, we need this thing there. Assert dot assert equals. This is what actual. This is what expected. Now, if I run it, it will pass the test case, right? Because this is true, right? And if I change anything over here, it will mark it as a fail. So let's understand first fail. Okay, so I change it, right? So this is something which is not true, right? Automation, the spelling mistake is there, right? So let's see the fail scenario. Okay, let's understand first the fail scenario. It should fail that test case now. Let's see. It will remain as is. Yeah. So this page will remain as is because our test case got failed there. Looked at here in the Eclipse. We got failure. See? Yeah. And what is the reason? Look at the reason. It gives the reason as well. We were expecting what? Automation exercise, but found what? This is what we found. This is what your actual result, but this is we were not expecting. We were expecting something like this, which is wrong. Our expectation was wrong, itself wrong. Right? So if you
Yes.
know on the web page, if there is any spelling mistake in this particular automation exercise text, it will fail your test case there and there. Saying this is something what fail at this particular line. It will give you the line number as well where it is failed. You can see outside at line number 99. If you just click on that, so okay, not here. Let's give you.
Rahul, I have a question.
Yeah, just give it. So where is our test case? Yeah, this is what our test case, register user. Yeah. So at line number 36, if I just go here, this is what our line number 36. Here we do have that error. That's what it is mentioning. Yes, go on.
Yeah. So Rahul, my question is, the in the yesterday we spoke about the equals to ignore case, right? Where the automation is mentioned in capital case, whereas exercise is in a normal case. In the current scenario, what we can see is the page title is absorbing the web page title, which is currently not in a capital, not in a uh, full as in capital scale, right? So will it ignore the case sensitiveness here, or will it also consider the case sensitiveness and leads to a failure reason out there?
Okay. So it could be two reasons now over here. Could be small letter, capital letter, right? So what you can do is I'll just write over here so that your question will be clear now here. So outbound, right? So this is what automation exercise. So let now, so only difference is what the uh the small
Case.
letter and capital letter, right? So let's run it. Let's see it in real life, right? So you got the question, just try it out so that we will be 100% sure. So we have tools there, so just try it out, right? That's what I usually do. Whenever such scenario comes in my mind, I always go and validate those scenarios, and then I will be 100% sure and I'll answer it in Intuit. There is no confusion, absolutely no confusion. And I'm 100% sure on my answer. Let's see. It failed that. Yeah, it failed,
Okay, got it.
right? It failed. Say, look at why it failed now. Can anyone tell me? Yes, there is the like the capital and small letter. That's true. But technical reason, the ASCII value of this and this is different. Okay. So small letters and capital letters, they do have a different ASCII value. So that's what is showing me a this thing there. And is ideally is not true, right? This is not true by this, right? It's not possible. So sometimes we use capital letters somewhere, like in our web page as well, right? And like over here, we need to have the small letters there. So if I write this automation here, this time it will say pass because now it will be exact match as is, word by word, character by character, ASCII value by ASCII value. So it should be 100% exact. Then only it will say yes, your test case is passed. Else it will fail and you will be able to see the what is expected actual. Are we good? Interested to learn something? Yeah, that's what half is. That's what this test engine is all about. So now if I run it again, so it will show you as a test case as passed there, and it will close your browser as well. So you can control this closing the browser. It's not a big deal. If your test case got failed as well, still we can close the browser. So again, this test ng assertion is having one thumb rule. So whenever there is a failure, it will not execute the next statement. See, it did close the browser and fit it in properly. So this test engine has one thumb rule. Whenever they got the assertion here, and if this assertion failed, it will stop there and there. It will not execute next line. Next program, it will not execute. It will terminate the program there and there. So that's what this browser is still opening, still open here because this didn't execute it. Driver.quit. That's what this browser is still open at my end. Right? You can see they are still saying this Chrome is been controlled by automated test software. Yeah, because it's been opened by the Selenium. That's there. This is the original browser, real browser. Are we good? Able to understand?
Yes.
This is what
Yes.
this test engine is all about. So now over here we can have multiple test cases. We can create so many test cases. We can add so many assertions there. There are so many things available here in the test engine classes, right? We can write those classes. We can create these things. So probably if I just go ahead and show you in my project, right, in a old project. So probably you may be able to find. Let me show you something here. Go here. You may or may not able to understand, but yeah, look at over here. Assert equals actual page title, expected page title there, right? Actual page text, expected page text, right? Something there, yeah. So there are some assertions available there. Selecting value from the drop-down box, yeah. So a couple of things available there. So this is what how we need to go ahead and write the assertions, right? So when we are verifying the things there. So it's a long way to go, but yeah, this is something how we can go ahead and do it. Yeah, that's there. Now, like we didn't write anything over here called as driver.find element and by.xpath. How to interact with the web browser, right? This is something what we did, like we were here only. So in register user, we only did till this particular part, these three steps, and we are understanding the different thing. Now I want to click on this sign up and login button, and I want to again verify this new user visible or not. And I need to enter the name and email address there. Yeah. So if I go to this website, yeah, let me open from here only. If I go here and then it's saying like verify pages, that's what we are doing. I click on the login and sign up button. So if I click on the login and sign up button over here, login and sign up button, so I'll be able to see something over here as a new user sign up, and I need to enter email address and then the name over here. That is what this test case is expecting me to do, right? Verify new user sign up is visible there, and then enter the name and email address. That is what we need to do. Shall we do it quickly? Let's see how Selenium is interacting with this browser. Yeah, how it's gonna go and do this operation there, how it's gonna go and click this button, how it will gonna go and pick up this text from from this web page, and how it's gonna go and enter something over here. And let's click on this sign up button. Let's do this quickly. Yeah. So for that matter, let me go ahead again, refresh the page. We are here, like we will gonna go and land on this particular page. We'll verify the title. Now what I need to do is I need to right click on this particular button, right? So in Selenium, right, in Selenium technical language, okay, so each and everything over here on this page is called as web element for us now. So moving forward in terms of Selenium, so whatever you see over here, right, this home button, this product, these test cases, right? This or this is login, this button, this drop down, this like input box, this text, whatever you see on this web page, right? Whatever it may be, it could be anything, subscriber, this thing, that thing, is all are called as web elements, right? This is the web page, right? Yeah, web page, and whatever is available over here, those are called as elements in technical language, right? So right now, from today onwards, you will be only having this thing in mind. These all are the web elements for me. Yeah, in terms of Selenium language. Now Selenium provided some locators to interact with these web elements, right? So what are those locators? We have different 8 locators there available in the Selenium, and we need to use those locators, and we need to go over here. So probably I do have those locator documented somewhere here in the document. I'll just quickly try to show you. This is what the locators we do have. ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text, tag name, XPath, and then the CSS selectors. These are the what 8 locators we do have. With the help of these locators, we will be able to interact with the Selenium. Yeah, that's what we will be able to do it. Now, how do we find these locators? From where we can find this locator? So it's not a big deal. It's easy and pretty straightforward. So what we need to do is we need to go over here, right click on this web element. We do get this option over here called as inspect. So click on this inspect. We will be able to see something over here, and it is called as let me close this one. This is what, and let me minimize this. And this is called as what? Uh, this is called as the developer section. Okay, so this is called as the developer section, where we will be able to see the code, right? The HTML code of this particular page. Now we do not need to understand what is being written over here. That's not our job. That is the job of the website developer, web developer. You might have heard this name, web developer. So this is the job of the web developer. They used to write the code here, and based on that coding, we will be able to see the things over here. See, if I change this, the login to some different thing, so it will populate over there. So if I go here, you can see sign up and this thing here. So if I just change something here, saying training, see, it's been populated over here, right? Sign up training. So it will change. So that's what the coding over here. But it will be not permanent because this is something which is in the edit mode. So right, let me, if I refresh it, it will be on the, it will go as its original. Yeah, that's what it is. Now we need to find the locators for that. So what I need to do is I just need to mouse over here, right click on this, again copy XPath, right, Control F, and this is what my XPath. One of one. This element is been identified, uniquely identified, is been one of one. So right, I identified this web element which is sign up or the login there. If I mouse over, see my web element has been highlighted there, right? So I got the address of my web element there. So now what is the next thing I need to do? Next thing is pretty straightforward. So I use over here from what? XPath. This is what my XPath. It is pretty straightforward to find it out. Yeah. So now I need to go to my the Java code, right, over here in Eclipse. And over here, what we wrote this statement here, we verified the page title. And next thing, what I need to write over here. So this is what the Selenium is interacting with the web page. Yeah. So I need to write something called as driver dot find elements. Yeah. Driver dot find element by dot XPath, because we find it out the XPath and we need to write that XPath expression here. This is what my XPath expression. Yeah. And what is the operation I want to perform on this? So now driver Now, from where this driver is coming, this is what my Chrome driver. Yeah? Okay, this is what that driver, this is what that variable, right? Coming from this Chrome class. Now, driver dot find element, we are finding that web element with the help of this particular address by dot XPath. So now driver will gonna go and look at for this particular address there on my web page. And once that address has been identified, is been done, is been find it out by the driver, then what I need to do? Then I need to perform the operation dot over here. What you want to do? Clear, you want to click, you want to get the attribute, you want to get the CSS value. So, right, whatever you want to do, get text, you can see the get text here, get size here. So, as of now, I want to perform the click operation. So, this is what the click operation, right? That's what we need to do. Yeah. So, because we need to click on that operation, I say click. Simple, right? Straightforward, easy to understand. And what I can do is I'll just add some thread.sleep over here so that you will be able to see it on the screen. So I'll add there 2 seconds ka wait, right? So it will wait for that much time and then we will be able to see whether it is click on that particular web element or not. All right. Now what is the next thing? Now it will gonna go and click on this sign up button. So now once it's click on this button, what is the next thing we need to do is we need to verify whether we are able to find it out this particular text or not, and then we need to enter the value over here. So we can directly go ahead and add the enter the values over here and click on the sign up button. We'll do that. Yeah. So what I can do is again same thing, right? So either again right click over here and say inspect. So it will again gonna go and open the same thing there. You will get this thing here, right? Now again right click, copy XPath, and we need to validate whatever XPath we got over here. We just need to verify whether it is one or not. You can see one of one, and I can if I mouse over is highlighted correctly over there. Yeah, so I'm happy with this thing. So I'll just copy this thing. Again, I'll go to my Eclipse. I'll write next line there. I'll say driver dot find element again by dot XPath. This is what my expression. Go ahead and find this particular web element. And now this time what I need to do is dot. I need to send some data there. Yeah. Send keys, and I need to send what? I need to send there, I guess, the name. Let's take on any example. I'll say training. Yeah. Or I'll write something for less. Right. I'll add this 2 second wait there so that we will be able to see it in action. Right. So that is what is happening over here. Right. As a name, that's there. And then what I need to enter the email address. Now, how do I do it? Again, same story. Right click, inspect. This is what it is, right? Is inspected. This is what my web element. Again, like I'll gonna go and right click over here, copy XPath. I'll check, I'll verify whatever I find it out is correct or not. You can see one of one, and if I mouse or on this, my web element is highlighted over there. So I'm pretty much sure, yes, this is what my web element. I'll copy this, I'll go to my screen on my Eclipse, and I'll again write the same statement there, right? Again, I'll write what? Driver dot find element, right? By dot XPath, and this is what my XPath expression there. And what I need to do is dot send keys. Yeah, again I need to send some input there, and this time I need to send what? Email address, right? So I'll enter my email address there. Yeah, training at the rate biometautomation.com. All right, that's there. And end with your semicolon. Every statement should be end with semicolon. That is what the Java programming language is about. Yeah. So all statements should be end with semicolon. Yeah. And then again, I'll add this thread.sleep of 2 seconds there. Right. So we entered what? The first name, we enter the email address, and then what we need to do is we need to click on that button, and then it will navigate to the next page. Let me go ahead and quickly find it out. We do have this thing there, right? So either I can right click and inspect, or I can click on this arrow and I just move over here. So I'll be able to get my web element. Again, right click, copy XPath. I'll just figure it out. Yeah, and find it out. Yes, it's been uniquely identified. Mouse over, I can see it's been highlighted, so I can take this thing now. Now this is what the button. Now what I need to do is, after entering this two value, I need to click on that button again, right? So that's there. So instead of writing it again, I'll just copy this stuff from here because I need to perform the click operation. I'll paste it here, and now what? Only changing is thing. What is changing there is changing my the address of my web element. So I copied this address of the web element and I'm gonna go and paste that address over here and I'm sorted. Understood? Pretty simple, right? Straightforward, nothing like difficult there in it. So if I want to click,
Yes.
directly click there, right? If I want to send in data, send key, again click. So we are doing the steps, right? We are going step by step. I'm good. Let's run it and let's see it in action. Okay. So just keep your eyes on the console and I'll just minimize this screen for time being. So keep your eyes on the console and then see what is happening in the real life. See, it did launch the Chrome. It navigate to URL. It will gonna go and maximize that window. Something went wrong there. Okay, let's go ahead and find it out what went wrong. Our test case got failed. Let's figure it out the reason why it failed. It's saying our test case is failed. What is the reason why it got failed? So page startup invalid selector result of XPath expression is this. Is an object and it should be element. Invalid element selector. Okay, it's not able to find it out this particular web element with the help of this address there. Header is equals to this and this. Okay, never mind. So what we can do is we do have couple of different ways to do it. Yeah. So let's do it in this way. Okay. So it's not able to find it out with the help of that. So then what I can do is I'll do something different here. I'll just copy this. So I'll let you know what is this thing. Yeah. So we do have different things to, perform this operation. So I'll just find it out with the help of text. And this is what my text. All right. Yeah. So it's been identified one of one. See, right? It's been identified, uniquely identified. If I mouse over now, it's again showing that there. So I can use this as well, right? Now, what is this text? How to find it out? How to write this? This all together, we need to have a deep understanding and deep learning for that. We do need to learn all those concepts and fundamentals, right? So that is what that was the easiest way. It didn't work. Sometime it did happen because it's a free open source and we do get so many challenges like this. That's fine. So that's what we do have different ways to do it. Let me change this expression with this thing. Okay. I just copy paste it. Let me run it and let's see the next. Let me close this thing and let me run this. Let's see. It did launch the browser, navigated to URL. It will maximize it. See, it clicked on that sign in login. It did enter the biomet there and it did enter the email address and clicked on sign up there and we navigated to second page. You can see this is a different page, enter account information, right? It clicked on that and we are done. It closed our test case and saying your test case is passed. Are we good? Easy to understand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, test case is fine. So it's simple, right? It's simple. So we just need to figure it out because we do have different locators. We need to, deal with that. We need to understand how to find it manually. Yes, we use the Chrome developer tool there, but sometime it may not work. So we will be not relying on that. We will create our own XPath there. That's what I created, right? And you will be like, I'll teach you how to do that. That is the way. That is the what in real time we are doing, right? So we are not like relying on any tool. We are doing everything by our own, so that our framework should be concrete and it will never fail. So that is what we did over here. Now if I go here, so we did all this operation. We clicked on sign up. We enter this detail. This is something which is we didn't do because just to save our time, right? But yes, we perform all this operation. And you got an idea, and then verify that we landed on this enter account information page. Yes, this was displayed. I can quickly go ahead and take the text and print on the console and add the verification again there, right? I can do that there, right? This is what how it is. Are we good? Able to understand, guys? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Rahul, I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm. Go on, go on.
Okay. The first question is, the lengthy string the lengthy arguments that you just mentioned while taking the XPath at the first attempt, which are available, yeah, in the send keys option of the first and second
Mm-hmm.
input that we are giving.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, you have changed it in the first input of XPath where you have given it with the text element, right? But there
Okay.
you have, as you have taken text there from the web page, you have not changed the find element by XPath. Even though we have a text locator available, you still kept it by XPath and you just changed it.
Because this is XPath. This format is for XPath, right? Though this is the function I use here, but the format, you can see, looked at this double slash star opening bracket, closing bracket. This is the format of XPath. Looked at over here. Whatever I'm writing under this, these are the functions. @ID, @ID, text bracket there. Yeah, these are the functions. So that have different meanings. So you need to understand. You need to learn that. Yeah, how to build this XPath. That is something which is need entire couple of hours to understand.
Got it.
That's
And my second question here is, in the second two XPaths that you've mentioned, where you in send keys you have mentioned the input of BYMAT, right? That's the text input that you're giving there while entering. Can we pass the variable there, as in the page title, which we have
absolutely.
captured at the top?
So
Can we pass that?
as yes, yes. In fact, like this is for the taste data, right? It may vary for different user. It may differ for different user. So what we need to do is this is something text value we need to capture from the Excel file and put it here, right? We need to capture this value from the Excel and enter here. So if I just want to show you over here, so that's what we are doing. We are capturing this data from the Excel file. Probably you may be able to see it somewhere. Click on that and uh, say verify page title, right? And hash table dot get and page title. This is what the key, and we are reading the this value, right, with the help of this key from Excel file. Where is Excel file? With the help of this thing, we are reading the Excel file. We are getting data from this particular tab there, right? We are reading data, we are getting value from there and entering here. If I go here, so you will be able to understand this if you want to understand. Yeah. So this is something what Excel we are reading, right? We are getting all the values from Excel file here in the form of hash table. So you will learn all those things. This is something which is, a deep portion to understand as of now.
Got it.
But yes, we are getting all this value from the Excel file, and that is something which is expected. We need to get, we will be never hard putting anything over here. We'll get all these things from the Excel file.
Got it. Thank you, Rahul.
Right. Anyone, any
Now,
question? Yeah, go on.
Rahul, just wanted to one question that this is the static let export. When we can have a dynamic export, it can be changed.
Yes.
Like if you are clicking on refresh button, like a e-commerce website, you are getting them some examples because that PDP, PLP, and there's a
Yes, I
difference are
got it.
there.
So we do have a different mechanism to handle the dynamic XPath as well. So those mechanisms are different. So we need to learn that as well. Okay. So these are the static XPath. This will never change. And but if you go for the banking website, those XPath will never change. But yes, as an e-commerce site, like those are daily changing because they do launch the offers and all those stuff. So it may vary, it may differ. And for that, we do have the concept of the dynamic XPath, and like we have a couple of methods available to deal with, to interact with those web elements, dynamic web elements. And we need to learn that. See, everything will not be possible in this, the short period,
Okay.
but yes.
So can we use any tools? Right now, there is a lot of tools are there that expert for that. Whether it is recommended or not, because we are using some tools for the expert because it is difficult to get just click on that developer option, double
It
hash,
is difficult.
ID by
It
name.
is difficult, but that is the best way to do it. So see, like we rely on the tool, and you saw right what was happened there, right? It errored out. So again, over here, see this div, this is something which is changing. Yeah, if I introduce something new component there, new field there, this will change, but this will never change. Yeah, for this they need to generate the CR and they need to inform. But this will for this thing it will change anytime. So that's the reason. That's what we need to spend time over here to do it manually. That is something how it is. If you use this, if you like try to save time now, then down the line it will be the maintenance will be very high of your framework, right? You will be like suffering by doing just maintenance. So you will end up with doing the maintenance of your framework. So that's what right from the start from the right way in a right position, right in a right direction. So automation always take time in a initial phase. That's true.
But the application changes every time. It's a customizable applications. Client every time we required something customizable because we have written some code are there. It's a generic code that was the legacy applications we have that. But every time in a new sprints we are getting different functionality like they including one button like a refresh button or
True,
anything
true.
like the
Yeah,
encryption and thing. So every
that's
time we
going
need to
on.
be including codes.
That's what. Every time we need to change that there. So that's what I mentioned in few minutes ago. We will not hard code anything in our coding. This is what hard coded value. So we will never do this thing there. We will never hard code. We'll pass this as a parameter. Okay. So we'll pass this value as a parameter, and like if this is changing, so we directly go ahead and change it there so that it will reflect everywhere in your framework. Let me go here. So that's what we generally do. We will never hard code it here. We always pass as an variable. Look at it. Click on web element and this is what my web element. This is what your XPath, isn't it? So we always pass it as a variable. Now in future, I never mind. Change it n number of time. I just came here and I'll just add the new value and I'm done. I have nothing to do with because this variable is reflecting everywhere. I just need to change this value over here and I'm sorted. Doesn't matter how many times it change, is their lookup, not mine. Because I have parameterized it. And that's what we need to do. We need to use these variables everywhere. Parameterization indeed. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Yes. And this is the last questions. When that the batches started, you're just asking for the 3 months. Some of my friends is
From
also
Monday.
asking from Monday onwards. Okay.
Right.
And the for what the recording it's for the lifetime or it is some
It will be
sometimes
lifetime. It will be
okay.
lifetime. So learn. I will create the WhatsApp group in future. Whenever you face any challenge, Just post your question query there. I'm there to help you. Okay, so that's it. So this is available, right?
Okay.
So now,
It's just
just interest of time. So like we also need to see how we can generate this with the help of ChatGPT, right? How we can use the AI there, right? So we are missing that part here, I believe so. So do you want to see how this has been like what we learned till the day, how we can generate it in some couple of minutes? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
right. So let's go ahead and see it. So now you might have understood the power of the AI, right? And what I can do is I'll simply copy this thing and just these steps. I'll copy these steps. I'll go to this chat GPT over here. No, not here. Where is my chat GPT? And let me just refresh. Now, what is this before class, right? I'll let you know. Don't worry about that. But just look at what it did. And here is the code. I would like it's been done. So if I just copy this, uh, let me create one class quickly and show you, right? Let's go ahead and create one new class. And I'll name this class same as that what is been given by the chat GPT. Sign up test. And let's copy this code and paste in there. Right? Now you do not need to understand this after, like I'll explain you what it is all about. But just looked at is indeed the same thing. We do not need this thing. It's using the older version, right? We do not need this thing, or like we can club the entire thing in one. That's what we need to understanding. Okay. See what it did. It did something different in a different way, right? That's what we need to understanding how to use this tool. It has been given everything to us, but like we need to understand our business requirement, how we want that code to be implemented. All right. So I do not need this thing. I'll just take this thing out. So what it is, how it is, I can understand, but probably you may not at the moment. But let it be. Right? We good? Any error? No error. All sorted. Let's go ahead. See, @test has been written. Everything has been given. So what we are learning till yesterday has been given just a fraction of second or minutes, what you call it as. Let me run it. How many of you think, guys, you are safe?
not safe.
Not at all. When I have seen people creating a entire framework using ChatGPT, they simply go over there, because they have deep knowledge, so they just go there, change the few things, and boom, their automation is like framework is ready in minutes.
See, it did everything, right? You can see name, email address, everything. It is like taste data, even it did capture everything there.
Hmm.
See now, it failed for some of the reason. Yeah, it failed for some reason. But you can see so it failed for the expected assert value. Sign up, not continue because of some assertion. Now we need to understand what it went wrong there. Let me figure it out. Where did it fail? Sign up float at line number 49. Okay. Oh, here it failed. That's fine. The assertion, last assertion, not needed. So it used something there, so not needed. Okay, I'll just take this thing out. So looked at, it did everything for us. Okay, it added this assertion there. It finded out the web element. It finded out the XPath. It did everything. Assert, right? Everything for us. Everything. Let me run it one more time. Yeah, it failed because of like it's trying to verifying his test. Like we are not doing that. We are not verifying that. We are just moving there. So our job is to click on that particular sign up button. This is what it's clicking on sign up button, and we are good. Yeah. So that's what we did over here. Let me save and let me run it one more time. Now just tell me how many of you feel like staying in the comfort zone will give you something in the future. Yeah, it will not. Because
Can
down the
uh,
line we need to use like as so there were so many take an example of this monetization, right? So when this UPI was launched, right? So from everywhere it was a negative comments on that. It will not work, it will not work. Now today India is the one of the largest country, is only the one country in the across the world who is using UPI for everything. Okay, everything. Like the beggar on the street, they're also using the UPI. You might have seen somewhere, right? Uh, So that's what the power of each and every technology. So don't underestimate, so you do not have another option. If you want to secure, you need to learn this by any ways. As early you learn, as soon as possible, it is good for you.
Rahul,
Mhm.
I just want to understand the last commented session.
This one.
Yes.
So it's trying to verify like this enter account information text with this particular text. So these both are not same. That's what is showing me an error there. Because enter account information is different and sign up not continue. This is a different. So if I write over here this thing there, so it will pass. So that's what it is mentioning there. Are we good? So that is something how it is. So, but it gives everything to us, but we need to understand, right? We need to understand the code, right? Then only we'll be able to make use of. It's like we can write anything, and most important is what. See, I wrote the one prompt only, and I got the exact output for me. So this prompt engineering is something which is very much important. What to write and how to write. This prompt engineering is one of the key element over here in the ChatGPT or
Yeah.
any, for that matter, for any AI. That's what you might have seen the prompt engineering job openings in the market. It's called as prompt engineering. Are we good? Able to understand?
Yes.
Happy to learn?
Yes.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what today's agenda. We automate the test case. We saw how we can do it with the help of the AI, with the help of ChatGPT. So you can use anyone. You can use the Gemini for that. You can use the Copilot. You can use whatever you want, whatever you comfort with, which you are comfortable with. Go ahead and use it. You will get the
I think ChatGPT and Cloud AI is the best for this.
like whatever you're comfortable at, right? You can go ahead and use it. So you will get this coding structure and standard may be differ, but like you will get the same output there. That's what. Again, we do not need this many lines of code here. We can make it shorter, but that is something again need our understanding how we can make it shorter. Are we good? Able to understand?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So that's all from my end as of today. And tomorrow I will explain you about this framework, right? What this framework is all about, how we design it, what are different components, how we can, deal with these components and all those stuff, right? What is this meaning? So I'll explain you, I'll show you the report, execution report, and then the GitHub, and then the Jenkins and all those things, all complete automation testing lifecycle. I'll show you tomorrow. I will execute
Okay.
one test case for you. Rather, I will execute from the Jenkins directly. You do not need to do anything on the Eclipse. You just need to click one button and everything will be uh, executed automatically. Yeah, so we'll do that there in tomorrow's session. All right.
Yeah, Rahul,
I also want to learn Rahul file handling also.
File handling.
Yes.
File handling as in, what do you mean by that?
Like file handling in Eclipse, that Selenium files from where we can capture this data from.
Yeah, okay. So Excel file and this config file and all this you are
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we will discuss this. That is what the components of this automation testing, and we need to go in depth and we need to learn all these things. See over here, we do have test data, and in test data, we have this XLS file from where I'm picking the test data for our execution. What is this property
Yes.
file? What we are doing this in property file? What is configuration file? What is this runner? All these things. I'll explain you tomorrow in detail, like how these things are there. So we'll discuss it. All right.
okay,
Okay.
Rahul, before we wrap up, can we just look into
Yeah, yeah.
that error? Yeah.
Sure, we'll do that. So that's all
Right.
from my end. So rest of the guys, we can drop off, and then we'll continue the same meeting. Let me stop the recording, and then we can continue. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
time, and we'll meet tomorrow. All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Bye.